Hello and welcome to Backwind Podcast, a podcast where anything goes. I'm Chris.
I am Dale.
And I'm your boy, Ollie.
In the hood.
In the hood, boy. That was terrible. I shouldn't have said stuff like that.
Plus, we're in the suburbs.
Oh.
So,
Very good.
don't bring it down. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And we're actually just the three of us tonight. There are no special guests. There's no one else. Just back to us, back to basics, the three of us. How it should be.
Yep.
Yeah, so I like that.
Simple and best.
Absolutely.
I do like the
No,
having people.
I do like having people, but I like going back to the three of us. Just,
Oh, yeah.
You don't like people?
I barely like you two.
No,
So other people are just a further annoyance.
I see.
You're a dick.
Yeah, anyway.
Cool. Can I start by saying something?
Absolutely, you can.
Absolutely. Dale.
Yo.
I remember in the last podcast, I can't remember which one it was. It was dinner party guests.
Yes.
I think it was one of the first, actually.
Yes.
That was
You
the
said-
very first.
The
That
very
was, yeah.
first, probably.
You said about Terry Crews. You like Terry Crews a lot?
Yes.
I found out a bit of information about him this week. I don't know if you know if you know about this, but he had a porn addiction.
Yes.
Do you know,
yeah,
I
heard
didn't
about
know
that.
any of this. Do you know about this all?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got apparently videos on Facebook or YouTube. I know he's got his own YouTube channel now as well. I haven't had a look at it. I haven't really had a chance, but just explaining about his addiction and all that, and I never realised. It just came up on I think a news article that said Terry Crews, and I was like,
That's how I know. I didn't already know this. But
okay. Did you find out this week?
I found out this week as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on Facebook.
What were your thoughts?
Did he go
Just,
into? Did he go into genre detail?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen the videos. I
Yeah.
really haven't had time to have a look at them.
I bet it's not skinny white dudes.
Damn
Unlucky
it.
Dale.
Damn.
Unlucky.
That's up to him. Doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Porn addiction. I suppose you don't look at people like that and assume that they would be addicted to porn because he looks like he could get. Is he married? Is he happily married?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Well,
I just thought it was
Yeah,
quite interesting.
whatever.
But, like, the lives of celebrities that you don't know, and
Yeah.
but I
well,
didn't know he was open about it.
they're
And just
still
said
human.
they are still human, absolutely, but I didn't know they had an addiction. Or
had or still struggles
pretty
with.
sure he
He's
said he
getting
had.
over. Apparently,
Right. Okay.
he's in rehab. No. Yeah. I think he's getting over it, and now he's open about it and trying to help other people who have it as well.
I reckon I've probably had an addiction to porn for a weekend here and there.
a weekend.
Yeah, you know,
here and
But
we-
this must be someone like who's addicted to it every single day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't.
Not every
I
single
wouldn't say
day.
I'm addicted to it.
I'll take Thursdays off.
Yeah. Who watches porn on a Thursday? That's just weird.
No, you need time to reset.
Yeah.
Get,
Yeah, like I
get
said,
rid of the chafe.
I just wanted to bring it up, and because, like you said, you mentioned you liked him so much, and I was quite curious.
Yeah, I found it this week, and
Does it make you think any less of him as a person?
why would it?
Me neither. I just,
Yeah.
like I said, very interesting. Like when you find out something that
It's nice that he's open about it
Yeah.
and trying to help other people.
Yeah,
with it.
definitely.
But no, I've heard of it before.
Yeah.
Because well, it's just I think I read another article on it before. It's like in the newspaper or something. I don't read, but I've always seen when I worked for Costa, we used to put the newspapers out, and I saw that there's an article in there about the people who just have an addiction to it. It's quite common.
It was a
apparently.
valid thing.
I think
Not saying
so,
that
yeah.
it's he's making it all up or anyone makes it up. It's just it's an addiction that you would think it's not that bad, surely.
It's probably one of the less harmful ones.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're shooting up heroin all the time
Yeah.
and beating up your
Even
sisters for
smoking.
their pocket money. Or smoking.
Yeah.
You know, at least but yeah, I reckon it's a genuine addiction. I think I've been addicted to food in a sense for a while. Not like I am now, but I think in my past I was slightly addicted to food, like junk food.
Yeah.
Just constantly eating it.
Yeah, and it's only like 2 years ago that I started trying to not eat so much, and it did take a while. But yeah, I think it's a valid addiction. But again, I'd say it's not very harmful. As long as the only thing it could possibly harm, I think, is your social life or relationships.
Yeah.
Or
Because I'm not sure
your
if he was
dick.
married at the time, when having this addiction. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's pretty weird. And so
Very odd.
There you go.
cool. Another thing I wanted to bring up is we've done this on a couple of weeks now. Just wanted to ask, how's your week been?
We're going back to that.
Sorry?
Going back to that.
Yeah.
We're doing it each week.
We'll
We can
each
do it
week.
each week.
My
Catch up.
week's the same.
Why not? Catch up.
Okay.
Weekly catch up. Dale's
So-
weekly catch up.
As you know, I've been promoted to manager,
Mm-hmm.
and I've now
Woohoo!
done
Dale
2.
manager.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
On Monday, I had my first shadowing manager shift. So there was another manager in the building with me, but they were just like mostly in the office doing paperwork, and I was running the show.
Mm-hmm.
Today, however, I was literally there by myself. Opened
Mhm.
the building, sorted everything out, and yeah,
And it all went well.
it was going well. Well, yeah, the general manager comes in
Hmm.
at a certain time as well. So obviously he was there, but there was I wasn't like shadowing a manager type of thing because he's just there in his office all the time. Like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went really well, I think, and it was really quiet. So 2 guys came in with Zorbin balls, which
Mhm.
basically what we're trying to do is see if it works.
Did
in
you
the
go
place.
on the square trampoline, the big?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went on the tumble tracks and we went on the main arena, and
Right,
I went in
okay.
the foam pit. It was so hard to get
Went
out
the
of the foam
Zorbin
pit.
ball.
Really?
Oh my god! I thought it'd be easy, just like roll across it all, but no,
'Cause
it's
it isn't-
solid.
Isn't it? There's like an inner bubble and an outer bubble.
Yeah, so
So you
basically
go-
you're
yeah.
wrapped in this, like you go in a tube. It's a big ball, like with a entrance at the top and bottom. So you just like fit through this, and then it's just a big ball around you.
Yeah.
It's not the ones where you go in and can like roll around and stuff. It's not one of those.
Right.
It's one of those like you have a harness inside. You hold onto these things, and then you can just jump around and slam into things. But there's an inner bubble, outer bubble.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
I saw-
lot of
I
fun.
saw a video. It was like on a fail thing once, where somebody was going down a snowy mountain.
Snowy Hill.
A snowy mountain.
Yeah, like on a ski slope,
Hmm.
and it just veered off course and went right down, and everyone was like, "Oh fuck!"
What, in a Zorbin ball?
Yeah, in a
Nice.
Zorbin ball. Yeah. No, just an unrelated thing that we weren't talking about,
Never
Dale. Ah, good. So that was
Yeah, it
your
was a
week.
lot of fun.
Any other stuff? Any out of work stuff?
Out of work stuff. Been pretty ill this week. Just getting over it now, and I'm so glad because we got the stag do coming up.
Yeah.
Been doing a lot for the stag do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Still have a bit of a cough, obviously. Yeah, it's pretty good. Seen Kirsty
Cool.
a lot, and
Nice.
It's all good.
it's all good.
My week was fantastic as ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you
I have been working like a dog.
Like a dog.
Like a dog. As normal. This week I decided that I was going to take the plunge and give up grains and sugars that don't come from proper food.
Okay.
So as of Monday, I stopped eating any bread, pasta, rice, anything that basically doesn't come from nature. So I can eat,
Really?
yeah, pretty much. It's really good.
Is it tough?
It's not tough in the sense that I'm craving things, but I do feel a bit tired.
Hmm.
And I think it's kind of like a prolonged sugar crash because the point is that your body will start to burn fat as the main fuel as opposed to carbohydrates
Yeah.
and glucose.
Mm.
Glucose, I think. So I haven't had anything other than meat, vegetables, fruit, nuts and seeds, and cheese for the past week, and I love it. It's really good. Yeah,
Without sounding like I'm coming on to you, you do look good.
yeah. I'm like the lightest I've been since last 2 summers ago, I think.
Seriously,
much?
Yeah.
good for you.
Oh, like I'm
How much you weigh?
206 pounds, I think, on Tuesday.
Nice. Well done.
So my goal is 185,
Mm-hmm.
and to be basically I want to change composition of my body. So I don't want to just get skinny. I just want to put on some bit of muscle
Yeah.
and trim down and feel like healthy. So yeah, it's going pretty well. It's a little experiment I'm doing.
And
for
you
the,
feel good. That's the
I
thing.
feel good,
As
yeah.
long as you feel good about
tired, like I said,
it. Hmm.
but
Because of the lack of sugar, or
I think it's just because like I used to eat like toast in the afternoon.
yeah.
It was like wholemeal bread
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But the book I read called The Primal Blueprint says that grains were like a pretty bad invention. Not invention, but when grains started to be used by humans is when things started to not be so good.
When America was
Uh,
born.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
clearly
be so good.
Not to be so good.
I'm clearly mentally exhausted as well. So yeah, the whole point is that you eat primarily like our ancestors would have during the hunter-gatherer days. So
Yeah.
just anything that comes from nature that needs minimal processing. So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing this week.
Cool.
Busy as hell as always. I can't really think of what I've done this week though.
Hmm.
I got football tonight straight after this.
Probably
Which is,
merges all into one, I'm guessing, the week. And
it
just,
does, yeah. They're flying at
Yeah.
the moment. I can't believe it's March already.
Oh, I know.
I know. It's not good.
No.
It's like, we started this in January, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
What?
that's pretty because we're on. Yeah, we've done
It's
8 weeks.
episode
Oh,
8
this
now,
is-
yeah.
This is episode 8, so this is 8 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Nice.
I discovered a really good new podcast that I've enjoyed listening to called
Backwine.
it's second best after
Yes.
Backwine. It was called Sofa King Podcast.
I think I've heard of this.
Have you really?
Mhm.
It's just 3 like American guys. They get together like we do, but they talk about a specific
Sofas.
topic each week. Well, if you say it fast,
Sofa King.
yeah, it's so fucking.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey.
So anyway, I messaged one of the guys on there because I found out that he liked one of my photos on Instagram. So we had a bit of a chat, and I think he listened to an episode of ours,
Did he?
which was pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah,
wicked.
yeah. He said we've all got accents, which is a bonus. So that was cool, but I've really enjoyed that
Well,
because
that's cool. I'd like to get his Instagram or whatever. That'd be cool.
yeah, I'll pass it on to
Please
you. But
do.
yeah, Sofa King podcast. But they pick a topic each week as opposed to just
a question each.
Yeah.
chats and stuff.
I'll have a
okay.
listen. I'll have a listen to that.
Yeah, me
That
too.
sounds
They're very good,
interesting.
and their quality is impeccable.
Because I still listened. Yeah.
Us,
Yeah.
so
We're
get
getting
any
there.
top,
We're
yeah,
getting
any
That's why I said I was like,
tips?
mate.
Mate.
Oh, mate.
Oh, mate, I got an accent. Give
Yeah.
me a tip.
I like to emulate you.
I watched one of our old podcasts. It was the one where John was on, and I was so adamant that I didn't sound like a Bristolian or Cockney because I said, "What I want to know," and I looked back and go, "Oh my god, I really did."
Yeah, it's in you.
It was really. I was just like, I never said it like that. You were like, you did, and I was so sure. So I was wrong there.
Shocked and
My
dismayed.
apologies.
So yeah, that was my week.
Mm.
Superb.
What about yours?
Can't go. Oh, I got a pay rise as well.
Hey!
Extra £20 a week,
Woo!
Oh,
which
nice.
is
That's pretty good.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much needed. We should set up a GoFundMe so that you can all give me money.
just so we can get a camera. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Please.
Nice
Yeah.
good camera. This is like the 5th camera we've used now to film this.
But
But we're getting there.
it's teething problems, isn't
That's
it?
the thing, you know.
That's one of the things I enjoy about
By
it.
episode
is-
10, perfection.
it'd be
Oh god, it's 2 episodes away. By
Yeah.
episode 15, perfection.
just wait till it's virtual reality, and we can
Well, we're
touch
on
e-
VR.
we can touch each other's faces. I could now.
Touch the face.
I like it. So yeah, Chris, shoot.
I have had an up and down week, and you
Mhm.
guys know this because I messaged you, I think it was Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I won't go into the full details, but I had just the shittiest day in work, and I just felt really low and just bleh. But I do want to thank you all. I know you were part of the conversation, but you didn't really respond.
Yeah,
on-
you did.
straight-
Barely
straight
did
away, no
anything.
offense.
Yeah.
Because you did calm me down, and you did sort of, I wouldn't say cheer me up, but you just made me think problems aren't that good. So like I said, I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
And I just got on with the rest of my shift then, got home.
I ignored him.
You were busy, I understand.
They were just like, shut up.
Stop complaining. So
Yep.
so that was pretty bad. I've been quite nasally and congested this week, so I tried to film more of the book that I'm recording. But I just wasn't happy with any of it, to be honest, because it just didn't sound good. My hearing's been all off, so not the best day today. So I just chilled.
Will it, if you record something that you're not happy with and send it to them, will they give you feedback and say you need to do this differently?
They would,
or-
yeah, but they could say it sounds fine. But
But you-
personally
yeah.
for me,
I'm-
I wouldn't want to produce something that I don't like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I get that completely.
So, and on the Tuesday when I got home, like I said, I was a bit down, but my wife, amazing, she bought me a tub of Ben and Jerry's, and I was happy. It cheered me right up, I'm telling you. And we
Well-
watched some of our favourite TV shows, just sitting on the sofa, stuff like that, just
Yeah.
really what makes it worth it. And then, all the little problems in the beginning
Yeah.
of the day, they do just fade away. As corny as it sounds, I live for
Yeah,
doing this, for seeing my friends, family. that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
that's the thing. I
know
think,
what I mean?
like I said in the messages, I'm
Life is short.
very fortunate that I love my job.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't give me a lot of free time,
Mm.
but I love the time I spend in work, so I never complain about work. Obviously, today I was like, oh, I was busy, but
Yeah, but that's fine.
never anything. But I think I know a lot of people who complain about their jobs, and
Mhm.
I think in that situation, it's just you got to think about what the job affords you to be able to do.
Yeah.
So you work, you get to go home to your nice flat with your lovely wife,
Yes.
with your Ben and Jerry's, and it's that kind of
And
stuff
my
that
cat, obviously.
and your cat, yeah,
Absolutely. So yeah,
yeah, and play around with stuff like this, you know.
yes, and that's why I'm happy, and I'm still got this voice thing, that I'm venturing
Mhm.
on. I'm just a bit impatient because I want it to happen now. And I think I brought it up in the last podcast. I can't remember. I got a job where I was paid
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so.
quite very well for as well for a very short gig, and so it seems to be going on the rise
That's
rather
good.
than going nowhere else. So bad start, but getting there towards the end of the week. I'm pretty happy now.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've learned that over the past year or so, is that if you get impatient with something,
Mm.
it's gonna sound so prophetic now, is fall in love with the process, and then the results don't matter.
Yes.
So if you fall in love with the work that you're doing, then the results
Sounds like cruise lines anyway. Where everyone falls in love with the process. What was it?
the results don't
and the
matter.
results
yeah.
don't matter.
The results are like Dale's reply in a conversation.
I just don't care.
They don't matter. So yeah. Oh, good. So it's on the up.
Yes, absolutely. And
Perfect.
I think there was one more thing, but I can't remember. If I do remember, I will bring it up. Cool.
Interject.
So one of you go, please ask a question. I've asked two in a sense. So
Well, I've got two that I thought of today, which I'd like to touch on.
go on then.
The first one is the jovial one, and I think we'll get into the next one, which is a little more
The what one,
serious.
sorry?
Serious. Jovial. The first one's jovial.
Jovial.
Yeah, light-hearted.
Oh,
Bit of a-
sorry,
yeah,
jovial.
yeah.
I thought,
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like a situation he was on about.
Yeah.
I've never heard of before.
I was like-
do you remember jovial?
I thought, okay, I'll stay out of this one because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Jovial. Well, that's the question, and you just do whatever the fuck you want to do with it, alright?
Okay.
Cool.
What point in history would you like to visit if you could?
Nice.
Oh, very jovial.
What era? What event? And I picked history because I was going to ask, would you rather go back in time or forward in time for a trip?
Oh, okay.
But I think pretty much everyone would rather go forward in time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because you want to see, you know what's happened.
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to say everyone wants to go back. No, I'd
No.
love to go forward.
So I thought I'd pigeonhole you into a
Into
An
Yeah,
answer.
to give it,
a
yeah.
certain point in history.
certain point, either an era, it could be like a decade
What about,
you
like,
want
a
to live
historic
through,
event or
or
something?
yeah, or a historic event.
Cool. Okay, I have to think about this one. You can start with
Okay.
you if you want, if you got an answer.
Yeah. Well, mine I think would be the 50s. Or
Okay.
late 50s, early 60s, because
Mm.
I really like that whole diners and drive-ins and American boom kind of thing with the burgers and the greasers and the slick back
Yeah.
hair. That's kind of what I really enjoy. That's why I like America so much,
Hmm.
is because I still view it as having that kind of sensibility with like mom and pop stores and stuff.
Yes.
And I know that they're dying out. We talked about the Stephen Fry in America thing.
Yes,
didn't
we
we?
did. Yeah, only briefly.
Was it in that he, I think when he was on his tour, he managed to be in the same town as this mom and pop ice cream shop?
I think
That
so.
was, it was literally their
I
last
honestly
day
can't
before
remember,
they
so-
closed.
Yeah.
It was either that or it was Dave Gorman Unchained.
Hmm.
But I just think it's
I like Dave Gorman.
yeah,
He's-
Dave Gorman.
he's
Have you
cool.
seen Unchained?
I haven't seen Unchained. I've just seen his show, his
Well-
observation show.
The premise is he tried to drive from, I think it was New York to LA or vice versa, only using local independent shops. So he didn't want to get his gas from any
Oh,
Mobil
really?
or Exxon or
Is it
anything
good?
like that. Didn't eat in any McDonald's and things like that. Yeah, it's a really good film.
Cool.
Really good.
I'll have a look at that. Dave
Um,
Gorman Unchained. Thank
Dave Gorman and Chain. So yeah, I just like that era. Like that era, like the big Cadillacs and stuff
Mm.
like that. I think I'd really like to go back and see that. Funnily enough, though, I don't like Grease.
Film.
Yeah. Didn't like it.
you.
Sad.
No.
Nothing about it at all.
Nothing about it. Maybe John Travolta. I
Yeah.
thought it was amusing, but so yeah, that would be mine. I'd like to go and visit America in the post-war,
Hmm.
post-World War II.
Cool. Speaking of John Travolta, I've been watching him in a show recently. It was The People vs. O.J. Simpson.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
heard about this?
I've heard of it, but
Good show, worth a watch.
Mm-hmm.
Travolta is plastic as fuck.
Yeah?
Like, he's like unrecognizable. It's pretty
Really?
crazy. But like the whole story, because I wasn't obviously born or raised in America, I didn't realize how massive it was over there.
Mm.
I spoke to my dad and he said it was big over here. He compared it. It's like David Beckham going up for a murder trial today. That's how
Right.
big it was because he's like the most.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was huge, wasn't
Yes,
he? OJ?
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it's a really interesting show. I'm not sure it's on Netflix or anything, but give it a watch if you can.
Yeah, I will.
'Cause I think it's really good, and I'm quite hooked. I think they're on episode 5 already, and I can't wait for the next one.
Okay. I read the book called If I Did It.
Not the run of his
Have
life,
you heard that? No.
because that's what the show is based on. It's called
Right.
It's based on the run of his life.
Okay. No, this one was pretty much a. I think the way it happened was O.J. Simpson had written the book in an attempt to clear his name, but it was pretty much read like a confession of how he did it. So in the book, you get the impression that he stabbed his wife and her friend and then went on the run, and he did everything that he was accused of. So O.J. Simpson's lawyers, I believe, didn't want to release the book because it made him look guilty as hell. And in the court proceedings, the family of, I can't remember his wife's name.
Oh, I think it's Victoria. No.
Victoria Beckham.
No. O.J. Simpson was not married to Victoria Beckham.
No. Anyway, it was his wife's family in the court case. They won the rights to the book.
Yeah.
So they then released it, and I've got the book somewhere. I'll find it for you afterwards. On the front cover, they shrunk the if. It was called If I Did It. They shrunk the if down super little, so it just on the book says I did it. And it's a really fascinating book. Like gripping, like you said about the TV show. You want to get to the next one.
Well, yeah, and it is interesting because they don't portray it as, how do I put this? Because, like I said, I don't know much about the actual crime itself, but I don't know if he did do it or not. And the show does a good job of portraying that. Yes, he looks guilty as hell, but I guess there is a possibility he didn't.
Yeah.
So I can't pass any judgment, but it's not like making a murder, as it were, when it was just that was real. That was a documentary. That was the facts right there.
Started there.
Have you just started that? What do you think?
Yeah.
I
fell asleep.
As good a review as any. What? Although saying that, I found myself not really paying too much attention. I just like to get the gist of it.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
So but at the end of that, you could say for yourself if it was real or not, because this is acted and a bit more fictionalized. It's really hard to have an opinion unless you know the actual case. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I like it. I'll find you the book. He murdered, or allegedly murdered, Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman in June of 1994.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
Do you know anything about the case? And they acquitted him, I think. One of the major pieces of evidence was they found a glove on the scene, or around about the scene, and it didn't fit OJ's hand. So they were like, I think the line was, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. And he got off. I'm sure it wasn't purely because of that. I
actually don't know how.
Oh, shit, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Damn, I assumed we all knew.
I don't care.
This was O.G. Simpson I'm talking about.
O.G. Simpson.
So sorry.
No, it's alright. I mean,
so sorry.
I'm still quite interested.
I might just ruin everything for everyone this time.
Dale,
right, so yeah,
where would you visit in time? Where we drifted?
We did drift from that a bit. I'd like to go into proper old Viking era.
I had a feeling this was coming.
Definitely not like all like the raping and pillaging and shit.
Why? Surely that was like one of the best parts.
Because I don't really want to like rape or pillage anyone.
What? Come on.
No, just I don't know. Just the whole like the clans and like the Viking kings and just stuff like that, and like the whole Beowulf story comes to mind and stuff. It's just
that's cool.
be really. I'd love it.
Like real men, man. You'd survive in
kill
the
something,
woods
wear
and
his
stuff,
fur because it's your only clothing.
Yeah.
Drink mead from horns and stuff.
Do you think you'd be if you was who you are now? Were put back then, and you were living then. Do you think you'd be easily swayed into the raping and pillaging?
No. Me? What? Okay, me now.
You now, or would you be like, boys?
Is that the question? Is that the question, Noah? I mean, we would go from today to go visit.
I guess.
So you'd have the knowledge of what happens in the
future.
I'd
be like Marty McFly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would not.
No.
Me now?
Yeah.
I would not.
Where does Marty go? He was in the 50s, isn't he?
He was in the 50s, yeah. You now wouldn't rape and pillage. But I reckon you'd be swayed back then.
No.
If there's a big gang of like 50 men, it'd be like, come on, boys, we're going to the next town. Let's get some raping and pillaging.
I would not at all. How long have you known me?
Oh man, I can't call the episode raping and pillaging. I can't bring myself to do it.
Give me some good. How about the pillaging then? Cut the rape.
Probably. Cut the rape.
Go for the. Be like, I'll join you for the pillaging, but then I'm ducking out, guys. I got shit to do.
Yeah. No, probably not.
Fair enough.
I'll
Just
go.
observe.
I'll go and
Would
hunt.
you rather observe than be
I
involved?
wouldn't want to observe rape.
No.
Not really.
That's true.
Whatever you're into, I don't know.
No. I'm definitely not into that.
Yeah.
I
No,
meant
I
observe
the
the whole thing as a whole, the whole
No.
place. Like,
well, no, I'd like to, do like the hunting and
Yeah.
just stuff like that, and go to war with other clans and stuff. That I think that's
you want to go to war?
Sounds fun.
What if you die?
yeah. Then I die.
Okay,
Nothing
Wow.
you can do about that.
Exactly.
that's true.
Where? Because I want to be in America.
Where would I die?
And then no,
I
like
want to be in
where,
America. Sorry.
would it be? I don't really.
Norway.
Sweden, Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the Viking.
What would your job be?
Hunter.
Hunter. Master shipbuilder.
Anything? Have you ever seen Vikings, the TV show?
No.
No,
It
never.
was alright. I haven't finished it all completely.
Dale, I don't know that you like anything. Like,
Yeah.
you never get passionate about anything.
I get passionate
You
about
guys
loads
think
of
I'm
things.
cynical, but
I get passionate about loads of
It's alright.
things.
It's alright. Yeah.
And
Well,
everyone
things I
else
think
thinks
are
I'm
alright.
cynical. Am I the least?
Are we all cynical?
Am I the least cynical out of the three of us? Because if that's true, we're in a sad, sad state of affairs.
Is anyone listening to the cynicalness by all of us right now?
Mm.
Please let us know.
Well, it's
if
probably
you're out
just
there.
most of the topics that come up that I just don't care about.
Yeah, but
What?
you
But
should
you
bring
do-
topics up that you
Topics.
You
This
do-
wasn't my topic, though, was it?
That's true.
You do care about Vikings, though,
Oh yeah,
so you should be excited about this.
yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like the TV show Vikings. I haven't seen it all,
Yeah.
but what I saw, I liked. It was good, but
Oh,
I
fair
loved
play.
Spartacus. Spartacus would top that
Oh, blood
completely.
and sand.
Just Spartacus, all of it.
I don't think I saw
Spartacus
Did
was
you not see it?
amazing.
It's so funny.
I'm not really into like the
It's one of the
an-
funniest
ancient
shows I think I've ever
history.
seen in my life.
Funniest.
Yeah. It's not meant to, because it's absurd, isn't it? Isn't it really absurd?
Loved it.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
find it hilarious.
You
Still,
did
I was like,
really-
oh my god.
did you agree with me or not, Ben?
No. I didn't. I wasn't
It's
laughing.
absurdly
It's not a
funny.
comedy.
I laugh every time I see it. I can't take it seriously. I can't.
There you go.
Because it's so hilarious. It's
Well-
probably it's like the way they spoke.
What
just-
back then?
Well, no, because I mean they throw like curse words left, right, and centre.
Oh, Jupiter's cock.
Yeah,
Stuff
it's
like
just so,
Jupiter's car.
that. Yeah.
it's just
I think
so
I got
funny.
one of
Some of the stuff. There's like a group of them, and one of them's taunting the other. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong on this scene, but. And one of the guys just goes, "Oh fuck, you're a corpse," and then all the group go, "Ha ha ha ha," and then the guy responds, "Go with what cock?" I was crying. I thought it was one of the funniest scenes of my life.
Yeah. That's
Ah,
It's
fair.
hilarious. I mean, there's no way they spoke like that, surely.
Well, no. I think back then they wouldn't have our swear words now.
No, exactly.
They'd have their own.
I think that's
type of-
why it looks funny to me, and like I love the violence and just how obscene it is.
It's amazing. I really love the show.
Okay.
But
I
that's
don't
what I'm
love it, I
saying.
just
No,
think
that's
it's-
what I'm saying. Like Vikings wasn't as good as that. That's why I was like, it's
Oh,
good.
you
it's
compared
okay.
Vikings to that, right? Okay.
Well, if you would let me finish after all of that, because as soon
no,
as I went,
shut it down.
as soon as I went,
Thanks for
Oh, it
listening,
was
everybody.
good.
This is the end of the episode.
as soon as I went, it's good. You went, oh, he's cynical and all this shit. So I was like,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
The amount of times you interrupt me,
I
yeah,
got a
yeah.
short fuse today. I apologise.
I'm just falling asleep. It's all good.
Stop being cynical for other people, Chris.
I'm trying. Trust
Stop
me.
interrupting.
I apologise. Carry
Yeah.
on.
So, Vikings. No, wait.
You'd
no
like
way.
to be in Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Chris, where would you go in
I
time?
would visit 30s, 40s Hollywood film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like that.
Love that era. Maybe even 20s.
Chaplin.
Silent cinema, silent film, and maybe even the dawn of. I'm going to go back to The Aviator because that era just fascinates me. There's I can't remember which era it is. I think it's the early 30s, late 40s because World War II is starting in the film. And Howard Hughes is in this restaurant, as it were, and it's snowing in the restaurant. Like it's like they got like this artificial snow in the restaurant, and it just looks so cool. There's like a live band on the stage, and I just loved it. It just looks like fun, and I'm all about the fun, as you know. So that kind of era, but like being in Hollywood at the time, as in the film studio or even just in an office, and like deciding how roles get chosen, like the film side of Hollywood, that would just blow my mind. I would absolutely love to see it because I think films back then still have an impression on what we see and what we do now.
Definitely, yeah.
And so, like you said, yeah, I'd love to see Charlie Chaplin filming, like, say, a famous scene. Is it? I can't remember if it's him or Buster Keaton. Where is that scene where the house falls on them and he goes through the window?
Not sure.
But, like, there's a hole in the window and the house just falls and it goes places on him.
Yeah.
Like, but he had to stand so still, and I think they nailed his shoes to the floor so he wouldn't move.
Right.
Otherwise, he would have been crushed. So stuff like that, I just
That's
loved.
amazing.
I'd love to see. I can't remember if that is Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin. It might be someone else, but they were the big silent film stars, weren't they? So seeing that filmed, or even like going to the Hitchcock ways and just seeing that that was a bit later, I believe, wasn't it? So that was more 60s.
But would you say early film era?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you have the whole 40 years if you want 40 years of it. Yeah.
Or just go through time and just like that's cool.
Yeah.
No, if I were to pick, it would be the Howard Hughes sort of era, even when he made films, because he made what's it called? Can't remember now. Hell's Angels.
Okay.
And just stuff like that, because he broke boundaries when it came to films and stuff like that. I just love those type of things. So that would be fascinating. Like, Audrey Hepburn Catherine Hepburn, not Audrey Hepburn. And just it's amazing.
One of my favorite things. One of my favorite things I've done was we went to Amsterdam a few years ago I went with some boys who. Did you just touch the mic?
I did not just touch the mic.
I went with some boys who went in order to smoke.
Nice.
And I didn't smoke weed back then. I still don't now. But on one afternoon there, I ate it.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, surely you.
It's different.
Yeah.
So yeah, they all went off one afternoon to get high, and I was like, well, fuck this. I'm in Amsterdam. I don't just want to get drunk and watch them smoke. So I found out that they were showing Charlie Chaplin's The Kid in the cinema in the main park called Vondel Park, and it had a proper piano accompaniment.
No, that's amazing.
So that was one of the best things that was one of my fondest memories actually of like anything ever, was going and taking the time out of my afternoon to watch. That was just you on your own. It was just me on my own. The room was full of other people, obviously, but and it had a proper pianist there in the front.
Moments like that.
It was really awesome. Really, you got a sense of how people used to watch films,
Normally I like to experience moments with other people, but when you have just a thing that only you know and you can remember, it's really special in your head. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's great. I think my brother bought me the Charlie Chaplin box set film tin for Christmas. Have you seen the scene? I think it might be in the Tramp, maybe. Have you seen the Tramp?
I've never actually seen a film all the way through. I've always seen like documentaries and showing clips of films, but never like a film from start to finish.
Okay, I might lend it to you if you're interested, because there's this. You reminded me of it when you said about the house falling on him. There's a scene in that where they're in a department store and they're on roller skates. And they make it look as if they're going to be like falling off the balcony and stuff, but it's so artistically done. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Maybe I'll join you.
Do you want to come with?
Yeah, maybe I'll...
Dale could be stuck in his Viking ways, raping and pillaging again.
No, not raping. No, definitely not raping.
Maybe a bit of pillage. And then...
Just a pinch of pillage.
And then we can...
I'll cook for everyone that comes back from raping and pillaging. It's fine.
I'll find out that...
I'll hunt.
Draw a hot bath for them to wash off their diseases.
Is it still going? No.
No idea.
Really?
Lift the lid on your laptop and see if it works.
Yeah, but I will show you.
We've lost video again, folks.
What do we like?
Have a look at this.
No, that's all right. So yeah, America during the 50s, America during the early silent film era, and Viking pillage days.
See, that's why we're all different, and that's why it's all good.
It is good.
Okay.
No, I never disagreed with your choice.
Yeah.
It is good. I would disagree with your choice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you would rather rape and pillage.
Well, I could do that now if I really wanted to.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
But I said if I wanted to.
Yeah, okay, I know.
Didn't say I do want to.
Gotcha.
Said if. And again, OJ Simpson. If
I want
very
to.
Small.
Very small if.
I don't mean it. So yeah, that was my question.
Cool.
Next
question.
Dale.
I will go for this one then. In the whole, back in time.
Yep.
Going on with it. So nothing too recent, or like I'd say nothing, maybe 2000 plus.
Yeah.
What would you like to go back and be the inventor of?
No.
So pre-2000.
Yeah. Should that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, Jesus.
So you couldn't say like Apple or something like that.
Well, you can. That was involved. That was invented in the
Okay,
90s.
okay. So I don't know when I was done. Okay, so I don't mean
That's
anything.
gonna be my answer. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't. Okay. Well, you can pick it if you want.
No, I won't. Go on.
But I was just gonna say like nothing that's
Considered modern technology.
considered modern technology. Yeah.
Sorry to put words in your mouth.
No, that's a good way of saying it.
Okay.
I didn't even know when Apple was invented. So
That is a tricky one.
because I have one, and
Yeah,
it's a weird reason why. As well.
Start with you then. Go on.
Okay. The traffic cone. Do you know why?
Go on.
There's so many of them around
Right.
that I reckon that guy would be minted. I don't know why. If you invented the traffic cone, have you've seen like when they do like a they block off a street or something or one half the road. There's like hundreds of them just lying, and there's just loads lying around. I've seen warehouses of like thousands upon thousands of them, just because people go there to get traffic cones and stuff like that to do all these things. But it's just like imagine just coming up with a simple idea of a traffic cone just for like a caution thing, and then it's just like, do you know what I mean?
You'd be
There's like,
raking it in.
yeah,
Think of all that
Exactly.
traffic cone money.
have you seen how many there are?
Yeah, there's a lot. I would hate to be the person that has to put them out and pick them back up.
That's true.
I wouldn't.
Is there a machine? How much do you love traffic cones? Just chucking it around when you go home.
But like, I've seen them before. Like they were just going down they were driving down the street, and there was a guy just leaning from the side of a van, just going, picking it up and beaming it to his
Oh
mates.
yeah, that looks quite fun.
I wouldn't care about doing that.
Now, if you really want to take this traffic cone idea further,
Yeah.
you could invent a machine that's like the domino rally machines that put the dominoes out.
Yeah.
Do
There
that
you
for
go.
traffic cones.
There we go. But no, I think just thinking outside the box. Yeah, that's why I said a way back,
Yeah.
way back. You know.
Traffic cones.
Okay,
That's
do you
such
want
a
it to be not technology-wise? Do you want it to be
It's
something
no.
practical?
Well, like if you had said like
Because all I
the
can
light
think of
bulb
is
and
technology
stuff like
things.
that, or
Yeah, of course.
it's up to you. But like, just I was driving home today. This is why I came up with this question because. And I was just like, I was looking, and I was like, so many traffic cones. I was like, oh, imagine being the person who invented a traffic cone. And I was like, there you go, done. That's my question. It's a really strange one.
That's a good one. I
But,
like it.
do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like,
How interesting.
yeah. When was the traffic cone invented?
God knows. We'll
put
try,
in
and
your facts?
we'll try and find out now. I'm
What's
trying
it
to
put in
find
your-
out because I've got an invention in mind, which is something I actually was looking at yesterday. But I'm trying to figure out who actually invented it. Man,
It's way outside the box.
There you go. We got it there.
you love traffic cones.
Oh, it was there then. Where'd
It
go?
was. I think it's down now. See what I mean, Keegan? Look at this.
Windows 10 is a son of a bitch.
Right, we definitely.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. 1914
There
by
you go.
Charles P. Rudebaker. Rudebaker.
Charles P. Rudebaker.
Yeah.
So were cars invented then,
Traffic cone
or were that
No, they were first made of concrete. Interesting.
heavy?
In 2000, most cones are made of brightly coloured plastics. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, were cars invented in 1915? Did the traffic cone come due to the cars, or did they use traffic cones with horse and cart?
I don't know. When were cars invented? When was the first car invented?
I don't know.
There's going to be a lot of fact checking on
gonna
this
be.
now.
1914.
1914. I can't remember when Henry Ford made the first Ford motor car. I'm sure it was around that time. The Model T, I believe. If
1886.
18. Oh yeah. So
There you go.
clearly
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
cars led to a necessity for traffic cones.
Yeah, because when you were saying that, the one thing that came to mind was, and again, I'm not sure if this is true. I'll have a look now. But apparently, the screwdriver was invented before the screw.
Why?
No idea.
That doesn't make
Apparently, that is what I've heard. I'm gonna actually check it now, but this is what I've heard many times.
That doesn't make any sense.
Honestly, that's what I've heard before.
What was the purpose of this contraption?
Opening paint tins. I don't know.
Which oddly were invented before paint.
Yeah. Nice.
How bizarre.
That's
Can you
cool.
imagine living in reverse time?
Oh, God, no.
So you would that would how it would be.
Just
You'd
losing
be
all
like,
the stuff.
yeah, you'd be like, you'd be like, but why
gone.
have I got this thing? And
Yeah.
then oh, for that, yeah, you just lose everything.
Come
Oh,
I'd like to do a whole week without like the technology because they do that on BBC. Is it called Back for the Week Back in Time?
I'm not sure.
It's like a show on BBC, and
I
a
don't
family
watch
live
TV.
like they would in the 70s, so they cook the stuff that they made, wear the
Yeah.
stuff that they made, just do everything. So I thought it was quite interesting.
It's kind of like what I'm doing with the food now.
Exactly.
Live in primal
Hey.
in a nice flat.
I'm really
Okay, Chris, have you got one?
I do, but it is technology related.
Yes, so is mine, but I think we might have different opinions. So you go.
The internet.
Ah, okay.
The world is so much better off without it now, and I probably would go the same route.
The world is better off without
Better off. Hang on. It's better
with it.
having it.
The world's better off without it. I was just like,
That makes no sense.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
internet.
Would you class
The
that,
world is better with it.
Would you class that as a modern invention?
It was in the 90s.
Okay. Anyway, why? Why would you?
Because it's just our source for everything that we do now. You know, we just searched the whole
Yeah,
back
true.
then about the screwdriver, about the car, the traffic code, and we had it in an instant.
We did a 10-minute.
And I would do
Google
the
search.
same thing that Tim Berners-Lee did. Sorry, I can't believe I said we're better off without it. Oh dear.
Ah, you fool.
Yeah. So,
Tim Berners-Lee.
Tim Berners-Lee, and he gave it for free. You know, he could have easily extorted that for all the money that it's worth, but he didn't. He just realised this is what the people needed. So I would go the same route that he did and, you know, give it out for free. But just
Yeah.
being the inventor of that and just knowing all these technology products, everything that has come around now is practically due to the internet. I mean, we're on the internet right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just everything about it. And I just think that's the invention. It's probably the number one invention that everyone would want to invent. Except traffic codes.
Except for traffic cones, yeah.
So that would
Yeah,
be.
can you
that would be-
imagine if somebody had developed it and kept it either for themselves or decided to monetize it?
Or a paid service or
Yeah,
whatever.
that would be awful.
Mm.
Oh, would it be awful though? Because we wouldn't really know what we were missing.
True, but
You know. I
it's
think.
not like, do you mean it's like if Facebook ever launched and it was paid?
Yeah, if
But not
if
saying
if
that we
Facebook.
use it.
Yeah, but if if you use Facebook a lot and then you had to pay for it, you
Yeah.
would miss it.
Yes.
But if you'd never known Facebook and then there was just this thing that you had to pay for,
Mm.
you wouldn't know what you were missing, so it wouldn't affect you. So
I guess
much.
it's say if Netflix were free,
Yeah,
but because we've
Yeah.
just been introduced to this paying subscription, we be it's fine.
yeah. Ah, interesting.
So yeah, internet for me.
Holly,
Ollie.
the only reason I'm choosing this is because I saw a documentary on it yesterday, but it's a subject that interests me all the time. And unfortunately, I can't remember the name of the inventor or the name of the invention, but it was the first telescope that could see other galaxies.
Not the Hubble.
No, I was thinking Hubble, but the Hubble's the first telescope that they put into space, I think, to see further.
Okay.
But I was watching a documentary yesterday. I can't remember. I don't have a lot of details about this. But basically, the guy was interested in seeing what he could find out about space. So he built his own telescope, which was massive. And he used to check, like, obviously look at the night sky. And he was the first person to discover that space was expanding, I think. Or the first person to figure out how far away other stars were. And it's just fascinating. Like, they were such low quality images that he was able to capture on them, but he managed to figure out all this stuff that then has obviously led to
Developed over time, yeah.
led to modern like space exploration and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. And I think that would be fascinating.
I've
I
seen
don't
a lot
imagine
of-
there's a lot of money in that,
No.
but I think
But
just
that's what you want to invent?
the pure interest of being able to see things that no other human had seen before,
Absolutely.
and you would be responsible for bringing that to the world.
Mm.
I think that would be fascinating.
You mentioned space. I've seen a lot of the guy. I think it's the Welsh guy who's up in space at the moment. I can't remember his name,
Okay.
but I've just seen a lot about him in space. And saying how much he's loving it and all that. And
Yeah.
he tweeted a picture of whales on St. David's Day,
Okay. Nice.
or just took a picture, sent it to NASA, and they tweeted it and stuff like
Okay.
that. So yeah,
Awesome.
he's in the news a lot recently. Again, I gotta remember. I think it's Tim something.
Do-
But,
do
he's
you-
cool.
Do you?
Go on?
This is a stupid question. Before you guys got here, I was watching a video about how certain communities on the internet and in the world think that space is kind of faked and that the International Space Station isn't real.
Wow.
So what's your opinion on that? Do you think it's all exactly how we're being told it is?
I think there's some things they're hiding from us, but the majority of it, yeah, of course I believe
Yeah,
it's
you
real. It's like these people who believe the moon landing is fake, which I
yeah.
completely don't. I believe that is 100% real. You?
I don't really have...
open to both ideas.
I don't really have a solid opinion on it. I wouldn't say I believe that it's fake, and I think that it's important that I know that it's fake and make other people believe that it's fake. But I've seen certain things which would make me doubt that maybe America were the first people to reach the moon when they did.
Okay.
You know, because there was a big race between, I think, America and Russia at the time, and I think whoever got there first, it had a big impact on their economy and things like that.
But,
so I wouldn't be surprised if it was faked.
But the thing is, Russia never complained. They never said it was fake.
True.
Russia never actually brought up the allegations and said, well, that's not real because this, and that.
Interesting.
Russia just believed it.
Yeah.
So, and then you got all these...
And then the conspiracy theories come up.
If Russia was so against the idea...
Yeah. I don't have an opinion either way. I would like it to be fake, because that's just my inquisitive brain and my thirst for mayhem.
I believe if it is, I believe we've gone there since, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. But then, like, you know me, I like to pay attention to a lot of, like, alternate theories and stuff, and again, I don't say I believe them, but
you just like them.
I just enjoy them. So the video that I was saying, that I was watching before you got here, was explaining how you could fake the International Space Station footage on a plane that, one of those anti-gravity planes.
Yes.
You seen those? Where they...
Absolutely. And have you seen the latest music video by OK Go, who do the same thing?
I haven't.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah?
You should watch it.
Okay.
I will link you again. Dale, you should watch that as well, buddy.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Moon landing. Do you think it was real at the time, or do you think that was filmed?
What?
The moon landing.
You've been texting, Dale.
No, I've been looking up screwdrivers. I'm really bad at this fact checking.
That's fine.
I don't think
we
I
don't
should
need
do it.
facts. This
That's
is just
fine. Let's just guess.
just
this
all
one.
opinion based.
One thing, it says the screwdriver was 1744,
Yeah.
and the screw was, let me check again, 1770.
Weird.
But
So you're
that's
right.
one site, and another site said it was obviously screw first.
Clearly a conspiracy then.
Yeah. No, our question was, did you the first moon landing? Do you believe it's real or fake?
I believe it's real.
Yeah.
But my
Are you
tagline. I don't
open
really
to
care.
interpretation if it wasn't? What did you say?
Here's my tagline. I don't really care if it is or not.
Well, that's kind of my take on it. I don't care if it is or not, but I'd really like it to not be. One thing that just came to mind was it was a success. Yeah, the first ever trip to the moon, manned space mission, was a success. That baffles me. I would have thought there would have been a bigger margin of error, because seeing as you go into a whole different body of rock in space, it's incredible that they got there and came back without
the
hitch.
yeah.
Yeah, so that,
And then later on, then you find out about missions were going wrong and all stuff like that.
because obviously astronauts have died in space since then.
Absolutely. I believe Neil Armstrong was always badgered by people, and he got so annoyed about asking if it was fake, he punched someone.
Really?
Yeah, because he was just so pissed off with
Just
look,
get
it was
over
real.
it. Yeah.
Because you would if you knew you'd been on there.
Yeah.
Which kind of because which kind of cements my argument. I believe it wasn't faked. I believe it's real.
Because he was
then,
so.
But then you just brought up a fascinating point. If it was the first,
Yeah.
and nothing went wrong, maybe this stuff did go wrong. We didn't know.
Perhaps, or maybe they
Maybe
never
they're
did it at all.
aliens, or...
Maybe they never did it all. But
Neil
then
Armstrong's
again,
an alien.
it's interesting. And funnily enough, the screwdriver debate is a very interesting point there, because you could choose to believe either one of those websites to prove whichever point you wanted to prove.
Yeah.
So did Neil Armstrong actually punch somebody? Or was it just something that somebody said once?
So I take Stephen Fry's word for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I think you can look for anything on the internet to back up whatever position you hold on anything, pretty much. And it's my position that I find it fascinating to think that these all, like 9/11, the Sandy Hook conspiracy, the moon landing, JFK,
I bet you can't wait for these conspiracy episodes.
JFK. I know I think what we need to do is sit down and watch a documentary together and then discuss.
Yeah.
Because
Good idea.
but there's a part of my my brain and mind and whatever that wants to believe that these things were all staged,
Right.
because I think that would make the world a more interesting place. It would be a horrible place,
Absolutely.
but would it though? Would it be
Yes.
would it be less or more or less horrible than if somebody actually did go into a school and shoot up these children? Is it more horrible?
I think they're both as bad as each other.
Yeah, that's
Because,
good
but,
call there, Dale.
but with
Both as
the,
bad as each other. Because obviously someone going into a school and shooting everyone, that is absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
But then people lying about the fact that and making this
Yeah.
stage
Making it all
about
up, yeah.
people going in and killing people.
People don't want to be lied
That's
to.
that's
about
just
stuff like
I would
that.
say that's just as horrific.
because if I can dip into this briefly, the Sandy Hook thing, the official story is that a kid called Adam Lanza went into the school with a shit ton of weapons and shot a bunch of kids and teachers and then killed himself. The conspiracy theory is that none of it ever happened, nobody ever died, it was all staged. So surely it would be better if it was staged, because that means all those children
Those kids
didn't
are-
die.
Ah,
But
but
then
no,
that
I-
means
But
that
then
the
it's just like,
government
why
or
did you
whoever.
lie
Yeah.
to us?
Yeah.
Why did it
I
even
find
need to
it
be?
so fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
I find it amazing to just.
I
like,
understand.
just
Yeah,
to
it
ponder.
would. Okay, it would be. It's obviously worse if the kids,
Yeah.
if anyone actually did die. But at the same time, why even lie about it in the first place?
Yeah, I'm
Why
with
make
Dale on
that
that.
story where
This is my
you
problem.
are gonna be heartfelt over this
Yeah.
thing? And so I just don't understand.
This is my
'Cause-
issue, is that I don't know what the underlying reason
Yeah.
would be to fake these things. Which
Yeah.
I've got another question relating to this
Yeah.
as well. But we'll crack on.
Yeah.
With,
Well, I just want the one on that is the Sandy Hook, the one where there was that supposed parent that came out for
Yeah.
an interview in front of everyone, but he was actually laughing and joking beforehand.
yeah, Robbie
And then
Parker.
before he got onto the mic,
Wow, you
went
know a
into
lot about this.
went
don't
into
I've-
character.
I've listened again. It's all YouTube research.
Yeah.
I can't claim that any of it's real.
I've
But yeah, that
I was
video.
never interested at all, and again, didn't care,
Yeah,
couldn't care less. It's not going to affect me.
yeah.
Not me being selfish, but if I physically can't do anything about it, I don't really need to worry about it.
Did
Does
you
that make
say,
sense?
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say then with the guy laughing, you were like, oh, that's a bit weird? Did you be like, oh?
I was just because
Yeah.
when
We-
you said about it, I was like, I couldn't care less. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch these things.
Yeah,
But
no,
it's-
it's, don't waste your mental energy on stuff you can't.
If I don't need to worry about
Yeah.
it, then it's just I don't want to sound like an absolute dick or really selfish or anything. But
late.
if I physically can't do anything to help or to do anything about it, I'm not going to waste my time on it.
yeah,
I don't want to get upset for no reason if I can't help anyone or
Yeah.
anything.
I think
You know what
that's
I get that, yeah, that makes
But
Yeah.
it was weird, that video.
But then
wasn't
when
it?
you showed me,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, what
Even
the hell?
me,
This
the
is
most...
this is
so
insane.
I was
Chris-
like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Chris Skeptic Keegan.
And wasn't there was a picture of one of the, not like the picture of the kid that died, but there's a picture of the child before she died, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks later, there was a family photo and this girl was in it.
Yeah. There's so
So
much
it was
weird
just,
stuff.
do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
It was, yeah, that is just baffling, and that I would like to dig in on.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
think one of these episodes we'll sit down and watch the documentary first, and then maybe we'll.
I'd like to go
discuss
into
it,
Sandy
yeah.
Hook. That'd be good.
Sandy Hook's a very fascinating one.
Yeah.
I won't go into it now, but
No, of course.
we'll do that one.
Fill
day.
the episode of
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
exactly. But I love it. So yeah, I would rather believe that these things. Not rather believe. It would be interesting to me to find out that these things were faked.
Faked.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
even the moon landing,
Even everything.
JFK.
Yeah. JFK, everything.
JFK is an interesting one.
All right then. Next,
Cool. Okay.
next question.
Right.
So
I
hold
ask-
on.
Oh, I'll just,
Inventions,
Yeah, mine was the telescope. The first telescope,
Telescope,
that could see into
internet,
other galaxies.
traffic cone.
That's an aeroplane.
that's it. Mine was the internet. Yours was
Traffic
cone. It's such a random mix.
Yeah.
So yes.
Cool.
There we are.
There you go,
question.
sorry, yeah,
No,
there
it's
you go.
fine. No. It was good to wrap it up at the end because we completely
Just,
got
yeah.
conspiracies.
Yeah.
Okay, mine's not so sunny, but then you'll see what I mean now. Okay, completely hypothetical scenario. You're on death row.
Yep.
Okay.
You choose your last ever meal.
I was going to say this one before,
Yeah,
but then I
like
thought
this
maybe.
I like this one. What
Yeah.
would your last meal be?
Okay, is
And
it
you
like.
can have starter, main, dessert. I'll do that. Okay, we'll have starter, main, dessert, and one beverage that you want.
One
Hey, it's your
beverage.
last meal. You get whatever you want.
All right.
Because before you say your answers, I went on an article, And it's an absolutely fascinating article, which again I will link you. I'll put it in the description as well on YouTube and SoundCloud and everything. It's a list of last meals from like some famous murderers and people on death row, and some of them are just bizarre, like really, really weird. I believe one is just a grape, just one grape.
Singular grape.
Yeah, seriously, and they got pictures of them and all that, and it's got the little form with like the person, what they did, the crime, and what they had for their last meal. Some of them are like loads, some of them are just like really small. Really fascinating. I will link to it.
Interesting.
Cool.
You don't want to go out on a full stomach, do you?
Why not?
Why?
It's your last meal.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd like to
So,
feel a bit more.
You can choose whatever you want. I'm gonna go start a main dessert beverage. Why the hell not? Because
Cool.
like you said, you don't want to go out full, but I kind of do.
Mine is terrible but true.
Go on. What is yours?
I would order the £12 pizza deal from Carlo's Pizzeria in Broad Street. No finer meal.
What's that consist of?
No fine. It consists of a 12-inch pizza with
Hang on.
four.
What type of pizza?
Well, I'll get onto this.
You get the toppings. Sorry.
12-inch
Just
pizza
rushing.
with 4 toppings of your choice.
Uh-huh.
A cheesy garlic bread. A chips salad.
chips.
A chip. You know, like a bag of chips.
A chips.
Salad. Tray of
What's the
salad.
name?
Coleslaw and 2 drinks of your choice.
Okay, what would your toppings be?
My toppings would be cheese in the crust.
Yeah.
Because I'd also get an extra garlic mayo to dip. Because you've got to dip that cheesy crust in the
Spoil
garlic
yourself.
mayo. Cheesy crust, and I think it would have to be ham, pineapple, and mushroom.
Mushroom.
I was thinking sweet corn, but it's got to be mushroom.
Ham, pineapple, and mushroom.
Ham, pineapple,
Pineapple on a pizza.
Absolutely, it's
No.
one of the greatest. It's so refreshing.
It's not refreshing. It's
No.
gross. Do you not like?
Hey.
You don't like pizza, do you? Dale?
It's not. No, I don't. I like pizza.
Hmm.
I choose not to eat
Okay,
pizza.
but pineapple on a pizza?
No.
No.
And
Listen.
now I've got back into pizza.
Have you?
I'm about to be executed under the
Okay,
US.
yes, that's true. You can have as much pineapple
I
on a
want a
pizza as you
pineapple.
want.
That's really odd.
So you get the meal and you throw the salad away because who wants salad?
Cool.
And you eat that shit.
Cool.
No dessert, nothing. It's just
No
the
dessert,
pizza.
just the pizza. But usually I'll get like a can of Coke, but
Mm.
I'd swap it out for Mountain Dew
Like a proper
because
nice.
that's the greatest drink ever
You
made.
love
No,
Mountain
no,
Dew.
I
yeah.
do love
I'm
Mountain
not a
Dew.
I had 1 or 2 when I was in America. They are nice.
Oh, so refreshing.
Mm.
So refreshing.
You love your refreshing,
Yeah.
don't you?
And I think after that meal, I'd be asleep before they even killed me. So I
You'd be
wouldn't
really
even know what
refreshed from
happened.
all this Mountain Dew and refreshing pineapple and
Refreshed. It's
Yeah.
going to be a new day.
Yeah.
dead.
Oh no. So yeah, if I could just put a quick plug in here for Carlo's Pizzeria on Broad Street, 01446. I can't remember the number, but look it up. They're on Just Eat. It's spectacular.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're going through a kind of pizza renaissance at the moment as well.
Pizza Renaissance.
Where they used to own a shop on Broad Street called Pizza Island,
Mm.
and that was the start of all my troubles because I used to eat there
We should share
a lot.
one of those pizzas over a podcast.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you like that idea?
Next-
Seeing as you eat
yes.
pizza again.
It'll have to be after March when I'm not
Absolutely.
eating like a primal
Of course.
jerk,
Okay.
but then we'll do it.
Okay, we will. That's a deal. I'm
Do
gonna
it.
shake. I'm gonna shake
We'll
on
shake
this.
on it. But yeah, Pizza Island opened and then they closed, and the guy who owned it opened Carlo's, and now he's sort of making pizzas that were back in the day style quality, you know.
There we go. Thank you.
even like this.
there you
He was like,
The worst
Pay
handshakes
attention
when
to
they're
my
like really
pizza,
like.
man.
Can we not order pineapple when we order it?
We'll get a meal deal each.
Hey.
We'll splash out
How much is the meal deal?
£12,
That's
but it's fine. It's fine.
Well, I don't want
man.
a chips all to myself.
No, you will have to have one. We used to do a pizza challenge as well, where we'd order this and you have to finish it in an hour, and whoever didn't
the
finish
podcast.
it was a dick.
Right.
Can you imagine that? The end of the
So-
podcast.
Thanks for
tuning in, guys.
yeah, before we actually finish, you just fall asleep.
Yeah. There you go. That's mine.
I like it.
Fair play.
Cheap, nasty, but is what I like.
Why
Cheap
not?
nasty.
Dale,
Okay.
can I go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
Go on.
Cool. So, main.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I think starter. Tomato basil soup.
Very nice. Very simple.
Love it. Oh, I love it.
Is it from a particular place? Because this could be from
Okay.
anywhere, remember?
Heinz.
Okay. Yeah.
Heinz.
No. Tomato basil soup from the Witchery in Spain.
There you go.
Okay.
The place called the Witchery. I can't remember. Playa Flamenca in Spain, somewhere in Spain.
Okay.
It's,
Was it that nice?
oh, it's wicked.
Yeah.
We actually went back there a few times just to get this tomato basil soup as a starter. It was really nice. So yeah, that would be my starter. I would get my next two would be from Soto Soto in Bath.
Uh-huh.
Which is Japanese?
Italian. Soto Soto
It's the
means
same thing, right?
You couldn't be far off.
I asked a friend, an Italian friend,
Yeah.
and I asked Soto Soto, what does this mean? And apparently it means down down.
Down, down, down.
Apparently,
down,
like he
down,
said,
down,
if
down,
I get
down.
this correct, he said, like in the context of if a guy has feelings for this girl, it's like Soto Soto feelings. It's like down down. It's really deep down,
Oh,
down.
okay. Oh,
deep
I like
down
it.
feelings. Soto Soto.
All right.
Apparently,
It's Muir either.
Yeah.
that's what I was told.
I like that. I like when other languages have words for things that we
Like a
don't
double meaning.
necessarily
Yeah.
have words for, you know?
Mm.
So Soto Soto, the steak from Soto Soto,
Yeah.
and Fabrizio was our
Waiter?
waiter. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Fabrizio.
Is he going to be there? Sorry to serve.
No, I'm just saying when I ordered my steak.
Your meal, sir.
Yeah, that's bad.
Pretty-
Good luck in the afterlife.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Drink a Pepsi. Make us.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
It's okay. Interrupted again. When I asked, some places, if you ask for a steak, they only do it as one. How it's cooked, one style of how it's cooked. I asked, how do you cook it? He said exactly how you'd like it. So I said, can I have it burnt to a crisp?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Because this is how I like my steak.
You just ruined the steak.
Yeah, I do. He said, yeah, that's fine. He actually wrote down on his pad, burnt to a crisp. And when he actually said that to the chef, he said, can the gentleman have it burnt to a crisp? He said he literally gives it word from word
Wow.
for the thing. And the guy said, yeah, that's fine. Came out amazing. It was probably the best steak I've ever had.
What on
And it really
earth?
was that burnt to a crisp. Like you
Yeah.
said? Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you one story in a sec, but I'll finish my main first. So, yeah, with some maybe garlic mash on the side
Lovely, yeah.
and some creamy peppercorn sauce. So that would be my main.
Lovely.
For dessert,
Sprinkle on that.
Yeah.
Sprinkle on that sauce.
for dessert, it would be tiramisu from Soto Soto.
Tiramisu.
I'm not a tiramisu fan. Never
So
have
nice.
Oh, I like a tiramisu.
been. Yeah.
When I went to Soto Soto, I was
Say it again.
Soto Soto.
You said it so many times.
When I went to Soto Soto,
Yeah.
I was in two minds of which dessert to go for. It was a tiramisu or the white chocolate and lemon zest profiteroles.
Yeah.
I asked Fabrizio in Soto Soto what his favourite was or what the consensus was. And he said that his preferred is tiramisu. No, his preferred was the lemon zest and white chocolate.
I like the lemon. Yeah.
But everyone apparently has said like the tiramisu was the best around. So I was really
Torn.
Really torn.
Yeah.
So he said I went with it. I actually said as a joke, bring me both. But I was like, actually can't do that because I was way too full. So I said, I'll have the tiramisu because I know I like tiramisu. He then brought me out the tiramisu and one singular profiterole with white chocolate with the lemon zest over it.
Damn, Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. What a
Fabrizio.
great... Fabrizio.
You have to
You
do the
legend.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio.
And I'm glad I went for the tiramisu
Yeah.
because it was a lot better. Not a lot better. The white chocolate and lemon zest profiterole was very rich.
Right.
Really, really nice and refreshing because of the lemon zest, but would have been too heavy. I asked how many come in a portion. He said 5, and it would have
I think
been
you're going to say calories. How many calories?
it would have been very sickly, too rich.
Wow.
So that would be my.
I think Fabrizio
food.
liked you.
He was wicked.
I think you should marry Fabrizio.
I don't care.
Yeah,
it's
Mary
fine.
Fabrizio.
Yeah.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio. Going back to the steak,
Yeah.
I went to the oyster catcher down
Oh, yeah.
by the Tesco.
Yeah, I know.
And
Not a fan of?
No, not
it's
a huge fan
it's
of.
not too great,
No.
to be fair. But I asked for a steak burnt to a crisp, as I always ask every place I go. And no word of lie, the fire alarm went off
Yeah.
as they were cooking my food, and I know it was cooked. It was when they did that because the smoke that came out when they opened the doors and gave me my steak, and it was literally charcoal.
How can you
Literally
eat a steak
set
like
the
that?
fire alarm off.
I don't know. I get everyone has preferences and stuff like that, but surely it must be just tough. Tough to chew.
It's like a cookie.
like a beef cookie.
Yeah,
Peppercorn dip.
I love it.
Stuff
That's
it
how I
off.
like it.
Oh. Well, each to their own.
Yeah.
You know. You
So, yeah.
shat on my pineapple, I'll shit on your steak.
That's fine. Yeah, and we'll still eat it. For a drink, because you didn't say a drink, did you?
You
I
did.
said,
Oh,
yeah,
I said
sorry,
Mountain Dew, yeah.
A nice
Two
refreshing Mountain Dew.
For a drink,
icy cold Mountain Dews. Go on.
2 icy cold Mountain Dews. For a drink, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm quite torn for a drink. Probably
Yeah.
just
Fabrizio's tears as he
Yeah.
mourns your
2
passing.
2 Pepsis and a third Pepsi, probably.
Have you
heard that story?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
it's
So
good.
should we
yeah.
tell the?
Yeah, let's
tell
do
all
it.
of yours?
Yeah, I love this. Can I tell it?
Yeah,
We've
go
got
for
about
it.
25 minutes left, so.
Cool. It's
yeah.
not that long a story.
No.
don't worry.
I just want to.
We'll get to
I
my
want to hear
bit.
your last meal.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll end it on there, is it?
Oh, maybe, but just
Cool.
tell us.
Yeah, well, basically, we were just bowling or playing on arcade games or something like that, and we went to
Bowling. We were bowling.
and we just went to the bar, and my friend Scheme was bowling. Me and Dale went to the bar, and he said, I'll have a Coke, and we go to the bar, and Dale just goes to the lady, he's like, I don't know what to decide, I'll tell you what, I will have 2 Pepsis and a third Pepsi, and I was gone. I thought it was one of the funniest things that you've ever said, because I didn't know it was coming. I think it really threw me off. I don't think she was that amused. To be
No,
fair.
not really.
Oh man, I was dying. I thought it was so funny.
I was really torn for what drink, and
Yeah.
then I was like 2 Pepsis and
The
the third
third
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
I was like, oh, I may as well just grab a Pepsi.
Standard.
It's just how you were.
Yeah.
I think you.
Yeah,
I think
it was
you even
pretty
did the
much
thing
like
at the end.
that.
Just go and a
Third
third Pepsi. I just love that story. Yes.
So
anyway.
many Pepsi, you make you sexy.
Fabrizio Pepsi.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, Chris, I'm about to lethally
sauce.
inject you. What do you want for dinner?
Legally inject you.
Lethally.
Oh, legally inject you.
You know you don't eat the meal and then you just get injected straight away the night before. I get to enjoy mine.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Oh, right. What, like you get killed in the morning?
Yeah.
You don't get killed that same night.
Ah, maybe I'll change my mind then. 'cause
No.
No,
I
you-
don't sleep well after a pizza. I'll be like, oh, my belly.
We're going to the dark territory here where you have to, go to sleep knowing you'll be dead tomorrow. That's weird.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. My last meal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go for a starter because I really couldn't think of one that I absolutely love. So I'm just going to go straight into the mains. And we are going for the classic Boxing Day food. I'm on about the cold meats with turkey, with cheeses, with bubble and squeak from all the mashed up veg the previous day. We're having chutneys. We're having pickled red cabbage. We're having beetroot. We're having crackers. We're having everything on this plate because it is the most delicious and most wonderful thing. I look forward to Boxing Day more than Christmas Day every year because I absolutely adore Boxing Day food. This is no word of a lie. I know I'm gushing right now, but I just love...
That's my sofa.
Sorry.
Stop gushing on
I'll
my
clean
sofa.
up the gush.
That
stains.
is
Awesome.
really odd.
What, the choice of food?
Well, I just didn't even know it was Boxing Day food.
You've never heard
Yeah,
of
like leftovers.
leftovers? Boxing Day food. I thought this was a regular thing. You've heard of this, right?
Yeah, we used to do it a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
I did it
stuffing.
this
Well,
year.
yeah, no, we do it. Like, we'll have the leftover food and stuff, but I've never known it as
I've considered it as
Boxing Day food
as a
or
meal.
anything
Yeah,
like that.
I consider it as a meal because there's so much left from...
We call it a fry up.
Oh, okay, that's wrong.
Put it all on a frying pan, fry it up.
Yeah, we
Bit of
fry
ketchup
we,
on it,
Yeah, we
then.
fry all the stuff together and make bubble and squeak. Me and Beck do it in little bubble and squeak. Yeah, we're doing little patties.
I'm into bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
That's how
What's
my
bubble
mum
and
does
squeak?
it.
Best.
It's just like mashed veg, and
And
then
potato.
you flip it in flour and fry it.
Oh, we don't do flour. We just
Oh.
fry it.
Try flour one
Yeah,
time.
okay,
Do
maybe-
one with flour.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, it's
I will.
very tasty.
Yeah, you mash it together and then you fry it, and
It's like a
you've
little
got,
veggie
you got some
burger.
nice heated bubble and squeak on your plate, and a fried egg, of course. Fried egg's got to go on with it, with turkey and ham.
Ooh,
Honestly, this is my favourite meal ever.
lost me on the egg.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm really
Fried egg
confused.
goes right on there. I'm telling you, mate. Pickles, chutneys. Oh, I want it right
Do I like
now.
pickle? Do I like chutney?
Oh, silver skin onions.
Do I like silver skin
Oh,
onions?
This is all my jam. This
I
is
don't
my
like jam.
Chili jam.
I don't like
I'll
chili
have
jam.
jam on there.
Chili jam.
So seriously, that is honestly what I would have. I guess I don't know who would make it. I guess my mum.
Burnt steak.
Oh, that's sad.
It's last meal.
Yeah, who would you have it served to you by? because Dale chose Fabrizio.
I
Whether he
didn't.
likes it or not, he chose him.
Oh, that's fair enough. Fabrizio is awesome.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio,
who would
Soto
s-
Soto. If you ever get the chance to go to Bath, Soto Soto, I'm coming with.
Yeah, it
You ever
doesn't
get the
matter
chance
who
to go
serves
to
it to me.
Croydon?
It doesn't matter who serves it to me. I'll be too invested in the food. I'll
Fair
always
enough.
be loving it. For dessert, I will have.
Ripple
I'm
McFlurry.
ordering right now for dessert. I will have. What did you say?
Ripple McFlurry.
Ripple McFlurry. That was really nice. No, I will have a baked New York vanilla cheesecake.
Nice. Classic.
No coulis, nothing, no cream.
No,
just,
fuck that
Just the
shit.
cheesecake on its
Yeah.
own. No, not a fan, Dale. Cheesecake. I thought you shook your head then.
I've ordered a cheesecake for my food later.
Right, okay.
Not later, tomorrow.
Classic cheesecake. New York cheesecake.
Just love them, and
Beautiful.
cheesecake's always been my favourite.
That's an odd mix
That is.
because you've got your kind of like Sunday dinner,
Mhm.
Christmassy dinner thing, and then cheesecake. It's
Boxing
not-
Day dinner.
yeah, but you know,
Come
it's
on.
Boxing Day dinner is pretty much Christmas dinner, just
Boxing
Yeah.
Day food.
modified.
Boxing
Yeah.
Day food.
Boxing Day
My
food.
apologies.
But then with a dessert which isn't typically Christmassy.
It's true, it's not, but I don't
Yeah.
like Christmassy
Or
desserts. Never
Boxing
have them.
Day.
Me either.
No,
Although my
no,
mother
no.
makes a bitchin'
Instead of
Black
Boxing
Forest
Day.
Gatto.
Black Forest Gatto.
Yeah,
not a
she
fan.
makes a fucking awesome
I
Black
like it.
Forest
I
Gatto.
like my desserts to be sweet, not like
Yeah.
acidic and all that. It's just like, oh, I love cheesecake.
Oh.
I've ordered.
What's your drink?
He's
gone off
gone
again.
off
It's a
again.
gone off by video.
It's gone.
We
Why?
need Fabrizio here.
Do you want to go flick it on?
Do you want to flick it?
Please do.
Ah, there you go then.
Did you say why, Dale?
No. I said, what's your food? Now, what's your drink?
Oh, my drink. My drink would be a Pepsi.
And a third Pepsi.
No, it definitely would be a Pepsi. But one from
Glass
the
bottle.
syrup taps.
Okay.
Like the Harvester do an amazing one. Like plenty of crushed ice, and one from a soda tower.
Was it like a bottomless drink?
Yeah, I would have one of those.
So you're
Bottomless drink.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Go on.
It's never ending, so then you won't die.
you drown
Yeah.
before you
Yeah,
kill
I
yourself.
drown in
You're
Pepsi.
just you're like, sorry, mate, my drink's not gone.
Yeah,
Just keep topping it up.
yeah, that's true.
You don't get
You don't
killed.
look
Can we get-
disapproving of.
Can we get into this then? We got about 15 minutes left. Coke versus Pepsi. You
Nice.
choose a Pepsi.
I do, yeah.
I'm definitely a Coke man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Pepsi's tasty, but it's got quite a thick taste, very syrupy.
Hmm.
I think Coke's a little more refreshing.
I think a Pepsi from what are they called? Those carbonated water towers, like a soda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Dispense. Just,
a dispenser.
Yeah.
I just think Pepsi tastes better than Coke on those.
Oh. I think I
love
prefer
it.
Coke's whole branding as well. I prefer the red colour. I prefer the font that they use for.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, see, you've lost me there because I don't care about the branding and all that. I care about how the drink tastes.
I don't know.
I just don't care.
Yeah, so you got a record in this episode, Bill.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
Make it
definitely
a
a
drinking
Coke
game
man.
every time I say it.
I think they do everything very well, Coke as well. Like I don't like the brand as a
They're awful.
as a now as a health conscious young man.
Hmm.
I
So you
try
not
not
drink
to
it much
drink.
anymore.
I do
Hmm.
when I have junk food, which I try to limit,
Hmm.
but I
I
don't know. I
tend
think
to go for whatever cheaper at the time.
I
Like
don't
say
know.
a big bottle. If Pepsi's a quid, I'm gonna get Pepsi.
oh, I don't know.
It
I
does go
think
flatter a lot quicker though.
it disappoints me if I go out to eat and they say we've got Pepsi. It does annoy me. Like, I think that was the whole purpose we brought up the Pepsi making you
It
sexy.
was, yeah.
because I went to that restaurant
Yeah.
and I was like, "Can I have a Coke?" And he said Pepsi, and he consoled me with the Pepsi makes you sexy.
So when you drank that Pepsi, you just weren't. That
I wasn't into it.
You were
Where I would
sexy?
enjoy a Coke. I'll tolerate a Pepsi.
So you're a Coke man.
Coke man. I
I'm
think.
a Pepsi man.
Yeah.
Dale.
Dale
Don't care.
doesn't care.
Don't
no.
drink them.
But I think.
Neither of them.
I
You've drunk them in the past. I'm sure
Yeah,
I've
of
seen
course
you.
I have.
We
Yeah,
just told the
but-
Pepsi story.
yeah.
No preference.
I've never tasted a difference,
Oh, okay.
and
Ooh, what?
well, unless I literally had a Coke and a Pepsi and went, okay, all right, fair enough. Then I could probably taste the difference. But
Say if somebody gave you 2 clear glasses of Coke and Pepsi, you don't reckon you'd be able to tell?
probably not.
'Cause I think I would.
I definitely
Probably
be able to
not.
tell.
Again, I don't drink them now.
Yeah.
I don't really drink that many fizzy drinks anymore. I drink a lot of water, a lot of juice. I drink Lucozade, but I know it's
I like a
fizzy drink.
Lucozade.
I love Lucozade.
I like Lucozade.
I've now
Coca-Cola
started. I've started to go for more
There you go.
of the
Enough said.
possibly like Fanta or lemonade if I get a fizzy drink. I don't do Coke or Pepsi anymore. So
I don't know.
don't care.
One of my favorite parts of going to Five
Say it again.
Guys, because I frequent Five Guys probably more than I should admit.
I nearly went there today.
Didn't fancy it.
No.
I
No.
don't
No,
think.
I was just on my own. So.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
I
I'll
knew it
ever
was
go
coming out-
again.
I knew it was coming out later. So.
You dismal son of a bitch.
It's shit.
I love it.
Grey's and
Five
much
Guys-
better off.
So I've heard.
Five Guys
So I've heard.
is
Still haven't gone.
too
No.
expensive for what it is.
It is massively
Glorified
expensive.
McDonald's.
No,
Yeah.
not a glorified. McDonald's is disgusting food.
Glorified McDonald's.
I had one earlier. It was quite nice.
McDonald's.
It was alright.
No, I disagree.
Okay, there you go.
I'm a bit of
Next
a
one.
burger.
McDonald's or Burger
snob.
King?
Burger King all the
Burger
way.
King all the way for me as well.
McDonald's for me.
No.
See, I think Five Guys has that Burger King
No.
taste.
No,
I would link
Okay,
Five Guys
okay
to
then.
Burger King. because
Glorified Burger King.
Yeah,
Would you-
perfect. Yeah, because
Oh,
Burger
okay.
King's
There we go.
delightful in its own right. And
Okay,
then you've
fair
just
enough.
glorified
Burger
it.
King can be as expensive though.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it. If you
Yeah.
want, if you want a nice tasting burger,
No.
you can go to McDonald's and pay £10 and get like a bag full of cheap, horrible food. And sometimes it's what you're looking for. Frequently,
It was what I was looking for earlier today.
Yeah.
I
Oh
said,
yeah.
I just said, look, I'll probably just get some food at McDonald's because I really needed a sugar boost.
Yeah.
I felt really low. And to be fair, it worked.
yeah,
And it tasted alright, apart from the BAP, right, that was on it. You like this?
the BAP.
The BAP.
That's a great word.
I ordered the chicken legend,
Right.
and the top bone was fine, the chicken was fine, and the BAP at the bottom was upside down.
Oh my god.
I know.
Quality control.
I went to get some
Quality
sugar.
control, what
He
shit.
just opened it. I went to get some sugar. Came back and he was just like everything was like all over the place. And I was
It
like, "You're
was-
right." And he just went, "The bun was upside down." And I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough."
It was.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I've stopped going to the gym for a while.
Yeah,
Not meaning to, but I've had a lot on my plate.
yeah.
So I just don't really mind of what I eat at the moment.
Hmm.
But when I was at the gym, as you know, I didn't eat pizza, didn't
Yep,
eat McDonald's,
very true,
didn't eat
very
Burger King, anything like that. So when I get back to it, and it's not if, it's when I get back to it,
That's
I'm
interesting.
not going to eat any of that anymore.
It's interesting that when you go to the gym, you eat the good food, whereas if you're not going to the gym, it would probably be better to make a conscious effort to not eat the bad food. You know?
Thing is, I don't put on weight.
Yeah, I know you're
At
lucky with
all.
that.
You said you were 200 and what?
206 on Tuesday.
206.
I
That
think
pound-
he said-
most
I think he said on a
pounds.
Tuesday.
On
on a Tuesday, on a
Pounds of
Wednesday,
weight,
you know.
that is, yeah.
I have not topped 140,
140.
which is roughly 10 stone. This
Yeah.
is the heaviest I've ever been.
What-
And I just can't seem to put on weight. I eat loads,
Do you
as
want
you guys
to?
know. Not really, I don't care.
That's alright then, as long as it's not bothering you.
No. I just want to tone a lot
Yeah.
and just build muscle.
I'm really excited to get below 200.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
That's
huge
good, yeah.
benchmark for me. And
Definitely.
like it's
I don't
gonna,
know what mine is.
I was
gotta be
gonna
honest.
ask if you
Yeah,
do
I
know.
really don't check. I never do.
No.
I watched Creed the other day and I
Yeah.
really want to get back into some boxing.
No,
Yeah.
inspired you to that too.
It was wicked. I saw what they were doing and I saw the main actor, I can't remember his name now, but how fit he was
Michael
doing
B.
it.
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, that's the one. Didn't know that. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a great film.
Wicked
well,
film,
it wasn't a
and-
great film, but it was an
No,
enjoyable
yeah,
film. But I didn't
yeah,
think I
and really
didn't rate
enjoyable.
it. Like,
But when I saw like how fit he was, I was just
Yeah.
like, that's my aim because I don't want to be ridiculously like. I've seen some guys in this. They look in pain.
yeah,
How muscly they are.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
don't
wanna
be
be-
like that.
No.
mate. I hate
Mate.
saying sense as
Mate,
well. It makes
brev.
me sound such a dunce. We should get back to boxing at some point.
Yeah.
But what I'd also like to do this summer is I've told you about Ido Portal
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
gymnast
Movements,
and the
yeah.
movement guy. What I'd really like to do in the summer is get outdoors and try some of his techniques.
Yeah.
So if you're keen for that, it's a lot of
It's- yeah.
it's a lot of just general movement.
Yeah.
It's not like weight training where you're just doing the same.
That's I don't
motions
want
over
I
and
don't
over
want any of
again.
that. I don't want weight training. That's why I do general calisthenics when
Yeah.
I go to the gym. I
think
don't
we
go on
should-
any of the weights anymore. I just do all the.
I
Sorry,
think-
Keegan,
That's
kind
right.
of bores you. It's
okay.
I think you'd be interested in it though. He does a lot of stuff like they'll just take a stick
Yeah.
and somebody will drop the stick and then the other person has
And
to
you've
catch
got
it
to
before
catch
it hits
it.
the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's all general move, like functional movement.
Yeah.
So in the summer, if you want to do that,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be a lot lighter than I am now
Yeah.
by summer. I'm really excited about it, so I'm keen to get outside with my top off, get a bit of a tan. Chris doesn't give a shit. But yeah, in the
just
summer, if you
to
want
borrow
to do
Dale,
that,
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll learn some Edo Portal methodology,
Yeah.
and we'll.
I'll do
we'll
some
do it.
because those general calisthenics guys. What are they? Can you remember what they're called? The guys you showed me
on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're wicked. So I really like following them. I can't remember the name of them.
All right,
But I'll look at
definitely
those,
do
yeah.
that then, because I'm super keen
Yeah,
to
wicked.
just be a better mover. Do you think you're a good mover?
No, God, no.
No?
How
Is
many
it-
times have you said when I post my like videos on Facebook
Oh, you have to bring this up, don't
or
you?
Instagram? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
What do you say? What is it?
Every time I see a fitness video from Dale on Facebook or whatever,
Instagram, Facebook.
I'm always eating, and it's usually a very unhealthy thing that I'm eating at the time, and it just makes me feel so fat. Thanks, Dale.
Is
So,
it
right,
something? Is
I-
it something you've ever taken an interest in, or think you would take an interest in?
No,
We done a session at mine before.
Yeah, and that was good, and I was absolutely destroyed by the end of it, though.
He thought he was dying.
What was it?
Pretty much.
Weights or?
It was everything, wasn't it?
Bit of boxing.
Oh, I remember.
I enjoyed the
saying,
boxing part.
yeah.
That was good. Maybe I would just stick to that.
Yeah.
I'm happy with when you say are you a good mover? What do you mean?
Fluidity. And,
Yeah, I'm not a very good mover. I think I'm quite clumsy at the moment. I'm too heavy.
I can catch things.
Things like things like could you squat down?
Oh God, no.
No.
No, because I just don't see when I need to.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think I want to master, or not master, but get good at these movements.
Master the
so
squat.
that yeah. Well, again, we could do a whole other episode, or I could
Oh, yeah,
anyway, on Edo
We could,
Portal and movement theory and stuff like that. Which actually I might put together some stuff. But yeah, summertime we'll do that. Chris, if you're keen as well.
No.
A lot of it's like lizard crawling and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you get as low to the
It
ground
just
as
doesn't
you can.
interest me in
And,
the slight. I don't want to be in pain the next day.
I know of.
no, I really enjoy
I
that.
don't. I just I
Yeah.
feel like shit. Why would I do this?
But that's the thing. I think you wouldn't after a
I
week
cycle,
or so. You
that's
don't
healthy
feel
enough
like
for me.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
think
don't
that's
do anything healthy. I mean, yeah, I sound like such a fat slob. I was like, yeah, I eat and I had McDonald's and I did this and I had Ben and Jerry's. God, I am not Boxing Day food. All the food. I really have not come off well in this.
Never mind. But yeah, I can't even remember how we got onto that topic.
I was just gonna say, Dale, do you know Grazing Shed? Do you think that's better than Five Guys?
Oh yeah.
Nice, isn't it?
100%.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, just
It's
wanted
fine.
to say,
I also want to get one last thing in
Go
about
on.
Five Guys. I discovered yesterday, my sister told me that they do a bunless range.
Yeah.
So you have it in a
naked
lettuce
burger,
leaf.
innit?
Fantastic. That
Do
will
they
fit.
really? That
yeah.
sounds interesting.
They get rid of the bun and they just wrap it in a big leaf of lettuce.
Ooh, that's
That
not
will fit my new eating plan perfectly because it's just meat, lettuce. There's no grains. There's no
Yeah.
sugars that aren't supposed to be there. So every time I'm at Five Guys now, I'm gonna ask for the skinny range.
Cool.
Sounds good. Is it
Um,
any cheaper or is it the same?
I imagine it's the same price.
Probably,
which is a bit
yeah.
of a bit of a shit.
Something to follow that, which
Should
is
be
actually really
quid
funny.
cheaper or something, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So something to follow that was quite funny. I went every Sunday. Me and my mates do movie night.
Yeah.
We usually go to the kebab shop or Chinese, something like that. We went to, I think it was like a Cantonese
Okay.
or something, or it may have actually been the Chinese as well. I can't remember which one we went into, but there was a wrap. It was a mixed meat, chicken and pork, and lettuce wrap.
Nice.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna go for
Sounds
that.
good.
I think that's really nice.
I like those Chinese
So it was
lettuce
like-
leaves. Lovely.
It was diced lettuce, like minced meats. Sorry,
Yeah.
couldn't even get that out then. It was minced meats,
Diced mince,
Lettuce.
minced fur.
and I thought it'd be lettuce, in a wrap. But it turned out that when I got it, they gave me a container of this minced meat
Yeah.
and a full
Lettuce.
lettuce,
Yeah.
Good. Wicked. To
That's
wrap it
amazing.
yourself.
and I was just like, "What the hell is this?"
You make it yourself.
Yeah,
Well,
but I thought it was an actual wrap.
Yeah, you make a wrap.
No, it was in like a tortilla wrap type
Right,
of thing,
okay.
not a
Oh,
tortilla,
okay.
as in like.
You're supposed to throw the lettuce at them and then eat the meat.
Yeah, but I was just like, I was so confused, and I ate it, and it wasn't even that nice.
Chris's microphone.
What are you doing?
Broken, man.
Oh man. Anyway, we're an hour and 23, so should we wrap that up
Yeah,
here?
let's wrap
Let's
there.
do it.
Chris is struggling with
Because
his
I'm
microphone.
really bad right now. Very,
And
very
I've,
sorry.
I've got to put my shorts on and get to football.
Woo!
Yeah.
Cool.
Very
I'm gonna
nice.
get home to my girlfriend that I miss so very much. If you're listening, I missed you.
That's not what he says when he can't be heard. In public,
Let's get
by the
home.
way.
Let's go. Let's finish.
Let's go home and let's go. Right.
Cool.
Do
So
you?
I'll
do
do
you
the
wanna finish?
usual plug.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, thank you very much for listening. Thank you guys for all the questions. I've actually
Yeah.
really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Learned some good new things. feel free, please, to follow us on Twitter at Backwine Podcast, Instagram at Backwine Podcast. We're on YouTube as well. I'm going to put links in the description of all the stuff we talked about. And
Do you have any questions?
we forgot
at
to
all?
do the personality test.
Oh shit! Yeah.
We'll have to do the next
yes,
one on
we'll
that
have to
one.
do it in the next
Silly
one.
us, we got carried away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
So,
questions you guys
please,
have as well?
Yes, absolutely. Any questions anyone has, please tweet us, comment, anything. We will try and answer the questions that you give.
And as well, like I've quite found it difficult to get a few questions in, especially during busy weeks and stuff, like manager shifts and everything like that. I find it hard to come up with questions. So if we get some questions from
You need a
some of the
ghostwriter.
viewers, would be rather
Absolutely.
nice to
That
answer.
would be lovely.
Yeah.
Superb.
Awesome. Well, thank you, chaps. It's been great.
Yep.
Thank you very
As
much.
always.
Fabrizio! Okay. Let's end it there.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Seriously, see you guys next week.
See you later.
Enjoy your stag do.
Yes.
Cheers. Oh
And
yeah,
you.
stag do.
Have a good week, everybody.
You too.
See you later.
See ya. Bye.
Goodbye. See you later. See ya. Bye. Bye.